What's up, football fans? Welcome back to the channel. The World Cup round of 16 is officially here, and we are treated to an absolute blockbuster. The Iberian Derby, Spain versus Portugal. Spain comes into this clash looking like an absolute juggernaut, winning their group and easing through the round of 32. But Roberto Martinez and Portugal have a secret weapon, a tactical blueprint to completely derail La Roja. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate 5-step strategy Portugal must use to beat Spain and advance to the quarter-finals. If you're ready for some tactical deep dives, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into it. Step number 1, frustrate them, like Cape Verde did. Look, the media loves to hype up Spain's dominance. But let's not forget, they were completely humiliated in a 0-0 draw by World Cup debutants Cape Verde, a nation of about 500,000 people. In that glorious match, Spain had 75% possession and launched 27 shots, only to be stonewalled by a 40-year-old goalkeeper. If Portugal deploys a patient, organized defensive block, Spain will just helplessly pass the ball around harmless areas until they run out of ideas. Step 2 focuses on Spain's danger men, and this is where it gets funny. Yes, Portugal's defense must lock down Mikel Oyarzabal, who has actually been lethal, bagging 4 goals already, including braces against Saudi Arabia and Austria. But then we have to talk about their so-called savior, the 18-year-old sensation, Lamine Yamal. He is being tipped as the next Messi or Ronaldo, but right now, the kid is being held together by athletic tape and a prayer because of a left hamstring injury. Against the mighty Cape Verde, he came off the bench and couldn't even help Spain breach the defense. Sure, he started against Saudi Arabia and scored 10 minutes in, dropping to his knees to kiss the turf like he had just won the entire tournament. Relax, kid. It was Saudi Arabia. His coach then immediately yanked him at halftime to wrap him back up in bubble wrap. Then, against Uruguay, he had a completely lackluster outing before being subbed off in the 76th minute. And in the round of 32 against Austria, his grand contribution was firing an early shot straight into the goalkeeper's chest and then blowing a point-blank rebound. Oh, but the reports say he showed glimpses of his astonishing quality. Wow, glimpses! Terrifying! Portugal just needs to play physical, breathe a little too heavily on his left hamstring, and watch him ask for a substitution by the 30th minute. Step 3. Roberto Martinez has to fix the midfield's passing approach. Right now, the Portuguese midfield of Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes is just not playing the forward passes or through balls. They wait for a huge gap to open to play the ball forward between the lines, and they keep passing the ball around, hovering in a U-shape around the opponent's box. Instead, they need to be more optimistic and force the ball forward. In the games Portugal has played so far, we have seen that waiting simply doesn't work. The starting midfield wilted under the pressure against Croatia, and it wasn't until Martinez hooked Fernandes and Vitinha in the 63rd minute for Bernardo Silva and Francisco Conceição that Portugal found their fluidity. To beat a possession-heavy team like Spain, Portugal cannot afford this sluggish U-shaped passing. Martinez needs to either start these creative spark plugs or be ready to introduce them much earlier in the game to drive the ball forward. Step 4 is all about feeding the main man up front, Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's get one thing straight. Ronaldo is absolutely the solution, not the problem. He is the main man and has already scored 3 goals this tournament, including a brace against Uzbekistan and a crucial penalty in the knockout stages against Croatia. The real issue is that the other Portuguese attackers are being far too selfish. They are not crossing enough or passing him the ball when he is in great positions. We saw it recently when players tried to cut inside instead of crossing, leaving Ronaldo throwing his hands up in frustration. The team needs to serve him better And what about Gonzalo Ramos? Ramos is very good, but his best role right now is as the ultimate super sub. He should be brought on whenever Portugal needs attacking changes late in the game, just like when he scored that 94th minute stoppage time winner off the bench against Croatia. If Ronaldo isn't having his best game, Ramos is the perfect weapon to deploy when required. Finally, Step 5. Unleash Rafael Leão. Leão has been one of Portugal's most explosive weapons. Spain relies heavily on their left back, Marc Cucurella, who loves to push high up the pitch. When Cucurella bombs forward, he leaves massive spaces behind him. If Portugal can quickly transition the ball to Leão in those wide channels, his pace will absolutely tear Spain apart on the counterattack. And there you have it, a resilient defense, locking down Oyarzabal while letting Yamal tire himself out, forcing forward passes in the midfield, feeding Ronaldo, and countering with Leão. That is how Portugal books their ticket to the next round.
But what do you guys think? Will Ronaldo score again? Will Spain's possession be too much to handle? Let me know your score predictions down in the comments.